And we're back here in a light season this time, first time this week. It's been a little bit boring this week, but that's just how it is sometimes with light season. Sorry if I sound a little bit clogged up, I'm a little bit under the weather, and I also kind of just woke up, so that's how it is. But anyway, we did find something that's kind of cool today. It's not the most competent team ever, but it does have some cool units, so we'll go through it real quick. First we have a Marissa. Was really hoping this would be like a invested Marissa, but it's not. It's just a plus nothing Marissa with almost her base kit plus lunge and reposition, running Hardy Bearing. Not the best unit to be running Hardy Bearing on, but you do you, my man. We have a Yoon for the blessing, obviously. We have a +1 Sothis also for the blessing, but technically Sothis fits into a defense team like this better than Yoon does. She will have instant serious. We have a +10 Kaze, +10 +5, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen this guy on a defense team before. He's running Sabotage Attack 3 and Mirror Impact, which is both scary. 52 res, that's kinda crazy. And he's running Cloud Myogi, so it's kind of a Hardy Bearing dagger. Also anti-dragon. So yeah, overall pretty cool unit. We have a +1 Ninian with Panic Ploy, Wings of Mercy, and Infantry Pulse with her default breath. I think this Ninian would be a lot scarier with Sudden Panic, but that's a pretty premium skill, so it makes sense if he wouldn't have it or doesn't have access to it. Pretty cool Ninian either way. Really low attack, but yeah, that's Ninian's gimmick in a nutshell. And then we have a +10 +5 Julius. It's a little bit sad that my man has been basically power crept twice now, at least weapon wise. I think Fallen Julia and Kyria both have better versions of his weapon for sure. But, I mean, I still think Julius is cool. Really love his art, man. I really love Julius's art. I think he's it's such an awesome take on him as a character. It really suits him. Anyway, he's running Warding Stance for Guard 3 and Attack Ploy and Speed Ploy. Now this is not the smartest thing in the world. I don't know if this guy knows this, but Warding Stance 4 actually does the same thing as Guard. So maybe consider changing one of these two skills, but it is cool nonetheless to see a max invested Julius. So what we're going to do to take down this team, as you might be able to tell just by looking at it, is we're going to use Pala, obviously. And how we're going to use Pala is, again, going to be pretty obvious. We're going to smite her in, we're going to attack probably Ninian on Bolt Tower turn, and then we're just going to go ham. Now, this particular team is not set up especially well. As you can see just by looking at it, the only unit who actually gets a pre-charge special because of all the infantry pulses going around is, I almost called it Sirius, it's Sothis. Everyone else is at like 2 cooldown, 1 cooldown, etc, etc. So they could have done a lot better job with special selection, like Moonbone this dude would be instantly charged, same with Kaze. If you had a Slaying Edge you'd be instantly charged. It would just make it a whole lot scarier, and then you could do things like he could be running Quick Impulse and have instant Iceberg. He could be running like, what's the name of the dagger with the 1 cooldown? The hunting dagger? Something like that. Whichever one gives like, is basically the slaying effect, you know. If he was running that, he could have instant Iceberg as well. Instant Iceberg with 52 res plus a Mirror Impact, that's way scarier. You know, that's crazy stuff right there. But anyway, he chose not to, so unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, what we're gonna do here is we are going to go ahead and put Pala, ideally, you know what, actually we can just smite. We can just smite from exactly where we are. We don't need to put her anywhere. I was gonna like put her somewhere and then smite, but nah, we can just smite up like this. Pretty easy. We can indeed kill the Ninian. Ninian's not exactly known for being super bulky, so yeah, fair. Go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and get the Ninian. Now we cannot kill everyone this turn, because there's no Wings of Mercy shenanigans on what's-her-face, Marissa. So unfortunately Marissa cannot reach us. Well, actually not unfortunately, because we need to get the pot still. So over here we're going to go ahead and move Air over here. She should be able to reach that pot next turn. And I guess for good measure we'll put Peony like this to give the bonus boost to Pala. She might need it because Kaze is fast, man. So is Sothis. So let's go ahead and see how this turns out. Should be pretty good. Another thing worth noting on this defense team is that his healing tower is in a pretty suboptimal place. Yeah, it only heals Marissa and Sothis. And if anything, Sothis wants to be damaged because this guy's running, oops, I accidentally tapped the screen. This guy's running Vantage. So, yeah, definitely an odd spot for it. I would have moved it to where the Aether pots are on the top right. That's a better place for it in my opinion. Go ahead and kill that Sothis, and that just leaves Julius. Poor Julius. Does have a sick animation though. That's one thing he hasn't been power crept in. It's a very, very good animation and very much fits how it looked in FE4. So I quite like it. Anyway, on this side we're going to go ahead and get that Aether Fountain. So yeah, if he swapped the healing tower over to here, the team would be a lot more difficult to deal with. I think little improvements. You know, it's the little stuff that he probably just wasn't really thinking about while he was making the map. Anyway, this Marissa is fast and I'm being debuffed by something. I don't really know what, but I'm being debuffed by something, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that, whatever it was. Go ahead and get the pot, and we can go ahead and put Peony here for the double Peony buffs, and this should be a dead Marissa, maybe. Yeah, it is going to be. Actually, no, she lives with 1 HP. I almost just did some bad math right there. She lives 1 HP. There you go. Marissa is nothing if not very bulky. It is so nice to be able to run triple mythics. I usually don't run triple mythics because air cannot soak Bright Shrine and Aversa can, so I usually am pretty much forced to run Aversa instead of air, because if there's like a Bright Shrine that's like level 6 and it's hidden way in the backlines, that's pretty much like a run ender for tanks like Pala who rely on just being away from all allies. But because we have Mini Minerva, her base stats are just so freaking high that she can soak Bright Shrine with ease as long as she's next to my Hone Flyer's Peony. So I can finally run triple mythics again, and it makes Pala super duper thick. Like, goddamn, look at that. Beautiful. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and finish off Marissa here. I'm actually going to give it to Peony because Peony always has like no SP. Oop. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give it to Peony. Farming SP and AR. Big brain strats. But yeah, there she goes. And that will be match 3, I think, for the week. Unfortunate that the last 2 haven't really been interesting, but what are you going to do? That was indeed match 3. Yeah. So defense-wise, we have been pretty damn successful. The first match of the week was technically a failure, but because I have 2 mythics, it didn't count. Raz was not a fishing match, he just so happened to attack me afterwards, and he won, but thankfully I was in lift loss control. And then for the last like day and a bit, I didn't bother changing my defense team at all, so we got 1 victory from this guy, who I would actually kind of like to have fought at the end of the week, but alas, he lost. Don't ask me how, because the defense replay will not play for me. Then we had this Noe user come in and fail as well. He actually got timed out because he couldn't double one of my Palas on the last turn, and he lost because of that, so I thought that was pretty funny. And then I haven't watched this guy's replay yet, but I'm kind of amazed that he lost because this is his defense unit. Look at that. I am very jealous. I am super jealous of that. That's like exactly what I mean, not the build or the IVs, but I do really want a plus 10 again, so I am very jealous of this man. I don't know how he lost. I have no idea how he lost. You know what, let's just take a look together and see what his team is. I haven't shown my defense replays in a long time, so let's have a look. Okay, double mythics, that's a good start. He's running a unmerged New Year's Alphonse, okay. There's the flagship. Summoner support, good man. And then he's also running, I'm guessing Edelgard is bonus right now. I'm going to turn animations off because that'd make it just take forever. But we'll have a quick look at this replay and see exactly what he does.
Ready, Serena? Here we go.
Okay. Alphonse's duo special shenanigans going on as usual. What's he gonna do? What's the first move gonna be? Well, yeah, that's pretty obvious. First move, get rid of the tactics room. That's what I would do too. I've made my team purposefully kind of annoying to initiate onto, but this guy's just gonna gamble traps. Okay. He's just gonna gamble. Maybe he's seen my team before, I don't know. He's got a Japanese name, so I don't think so. Wait, does he have a Japanese name? I thought so. Anyway, there goes fly formation shenanigans. Goodbye Peony. And goodbye Yoon. If I had to guess, I'm gonna guess that my Spring Pala gets a kill here. Harsh Command. Yep. There you go. I actually recently put Harsh Command Plus on this Pala. I finally finished decking out my defense team. They're all plus 10 now. All my Palas, that is. And the Spring Pala, obviously. And I gave them some updated skill sets. So I gave Melee Bouquet to my frontline Pala. Just to make it so if you dump your tank here, it's way harder for you to get kills. And then I also updated from, I think I was running the Cleaner plus Glimmer to Ouch Pouch plus Luna on this Pala. So obviously we're seeing some Harsh Command success right here, because that was pretty crazy. Those are some stats. I don't know about you, but I think those are some stats. Anyway, he probably just surrenders at this point, if I had to guess. Yeah, there we go. Alright, well that was a pretty cool offense team. If I were him, I probably would have just dumped New Year's Alphonse somewhere and called it a day, to be honest. He tried to do something a bit creative and got punished for it. Anyway, that is definitely going to be it for today. We are over the 12-minute mark, which I guess isn't that super duper long, but, you know, it's annoying to upload videos that are super long. So yeah, that's going to be it from me. I don't have anything else to add today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next game. Until then.